Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have an exciting one. I just got this box in the mail and it is from Bag Boy. And for those of you that don't know about Bag Boy, it is a company that creates disc golf push carts. They've been around for a little bit. This is their newest model. They sent it to me. They wanted me to review it. So I figured I'd do an unboxing, show you guys how long it takes to set up, and just give you my thoughts overall about the Bag Boy itself. Let's get straight into the video. After doing the unboxing, there's only 5 pieces. Pretty simple stuff here. All we gotta do is take off this packaging and set it up. So let's do that right now. Easy as that. So now let's set it up. Now, although this thing magically unpacked itself, it's not gonna magically put itself together. So since I'm giving an honest review of this product, I might as well set it up, see how long it takes, and give you guys kind of an understanding of how long it takes to set this thing up. And based on first impression, since it's only 5 pieces, literally 4 wheels, and the entire body of the cart, I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty easy, but let's try it out. First things first, let's put on the wheels. Gotta remove the little plastic piece, and it says press here. Literally easy enough. There's gotta be another one. So putting on all the wheels seems pretty easy. You just have to press this little gray button and put the wheel on, secure. Gotta do that on this side as well, so let's do that. Ooh. This thing is, so far, is pretty dummy proof, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Gotta remove the freaking plastic piece. All 4 wheels are on. Okay, pretty simple. And the only thing we have to do is get it to set up. Looks like there's a release here, maybe. Let's see. So that's a release to make it go like that. Now I just have to move this up. Let's try. So that's this release. Okay, there has to be another release that I'm missing. Is it this? Boom. Second release. That was pretty easy. All right, not gonna lie, that took a very minimal amount of time to get set up. Honestly, pretty surprised about that. I think all in all, it took me probably a little under 5 minutes to get everything unpackaged and set up. Other cool things that I've noticed with this cart, pretty sweet parking brake, prevent it from falling down the hill. If I undo it, she's gone. But then if you're ever on a hill, pull that bad boy out. I don't know if I've noticed any other features here. It comes with a pencil, which is kind of cool. Mobile device goes here. You can put your phone in here. Looks like there's an umbrella holder here, which I might actually need to go back up for. Only thing I need to figure out, that was easy enough. A little compartment in here to hold a bunch of stuff. Got a free Allen key, probably for this umbrella holder. I might have to go get that. Water bottle holder. Anything else I'm missing here? Doesn't look like there's much else. Only other thing I have to kind of figure out is for this to level out. Unless it's supposed to be like that. I guess it's just supposed to be like that. So I guess next thing to do is get the umbrella holder and then try it with the bag on. And that'll kind of be the final thing. So let's do that. All right, we got my bag. I believe we got the umbrella holder. Not even sure if we need an Allen key. Doesn't really look like it. Let's set it up and see if this is as simple as it is. Looks like you gotta kind of just gotta unscrew this. And it's interesting because you have 2 umbrella holders, but I believe they only gave you 1 of these. So maybe you can buy an extra piece or an extra one of these to have an umbrella and possibly, I don't know what else you could hold in this, but it looks like just an umbrella holder. Oh, funny. There's a little square right here, which I'll show you close up. And there's a square here. So just line it up perfectly and tighten up. And now you have a certified umbrella holder. Next thing to do is probably put on the bag. Then we're good. So I believe the bag just goes on these little, around these little holders. And boom, I think we're good to go. But this is kind of what the cart looks like in the end with my bag on it. Honestly, super simple setup. Hey guys, so my footage got corrupted of my overall first impressions of the cart, so here they are. After setting up the cart and putting my bag on it, I would say that there's 4 things that were really impressive to me. Number 1 was how easy it was to set the cart up. Took me 5 minutes, but I can't imagine it taking any longer than 10-15 minutes, even if you were taking your time or had to read the manual. So, and that point directly moves into my second point. A huge part of why it was so easy to set up was not only the simplicity of there only being 4 wheels on the body of the cart, but also being able to identify certain aspects of the cart with ease. So the parking brake is one. The parking brake has a lever on the left-hand side that is kind of highlighted in silver. There are these bright colored latches to be able to build the cart up, and it's very easily adjustable to like put it to your specific needs, whether you want it high or low. And then besides that, everything else is pretty self-explanatory, I would say. So obviously there's a water bottle holder. The umbrella holder was really easy to set up. The main compartment where you can store your phone. Later on in this video, I actually store my microphone in there, which is honestly really useful on the course for me as a creator. Getting into number 3, I would say the third most impressive thing on the cart was how it looks. I really like the colorway. Black and red is the cart I chose. It looked pretty sick, but they have a bunch of other pretty cool colorways as well. I personally like how this one looks though. It's pretty sleek. And the fourth thing, and arguably the most important for me, and I would say many other people looking to get a cart, is that it is really light. Now, does that mean that the material is cheap? I don't really know. I'll have to check it out when I'm actually pushing the cart later on in this video and when I test it. Based on my first impression, being able to pick up the cart and easily assemble it by lifting up certain pieces, that's really useful not only for myself, but for everybody else looking to get a disc golf cart. Because I would say that would be my number one worry, is not only lugging around a huge heavy piece of equipment in my car, but also if it were to be really hard to push out on the course. And yeah, so those are my first impressions. Now let's go disassemble it and get ready to take it out to the course. All right, so disassemble, take the bag off, pretty easy. Unhinge the top lock to go all the way down there. That seems pretty easy too. There's a release down here, if I remember correctly, which is right there, which closes it up. And I believe that's locked in place. So, oh no, it's not. So something else has to be locked, it seems like. But if I were to lift this up, so there you go. Obviously something I'm missing here. So this thing may not be fully dummy proof to me. So interesting. So, it seems like I have it broken down fully. I'm not sure if I'm missing something here, but so when it breaks down, it's really easy. It doesn't lock into place. So you could still lift it up like this, it seems like, which is very interesting. So it'll lock into place like that, but when you undo it, it seems like it just compresses, and then you pick it up from here. This little lever up front. But honestly seems pretty easy if that's it. And then you can undo the parking brake by pushing it up, and then it can roll like this. It was fairly easy to assemble and disassemble. Sound like this is definitely not rocket science. But now that we've kind of looked at the cart itself, seen how easy it is to assemble and disassemble, let's get straight into the durability test. So we are at the course. We're actually playing De La Muni right now, and we're testing this bad boy out, the Bag Boy XL. This thing's honestly pretty fire, not gonna lie. Like, in terms of like energy expenditure, I'm like saving so much energy just pushing this thing rather than carrying a bag. Feels like I'm just walking, which is honestly an amazing feeling, especially at a course like this. Obviously this is a ball golf course with a disc golf course on it, but I mean, on any course that's fairly flat or doesn't have that many rocks or debris or logs or any type of objects in the fairway, this is like your go-to. I mean, this thing is super easy to push. You could leave it on the hillside with the parking brake on and not worry about it rolling away. And honestly, this, as you can see with the bag in the front, it's not moving all that much. I tightened the straps all the way, so I mean that helps. If it's loose, it might move a little bit, but overall, great experience. I can keep all my stuff in the main compartment here. I'm actually keeping my mic here, which is kind of fire. Got a drink here. I can put an umbrella here if it's raining. And overall, just a great freaking cart to use. But we'll have to test it out on some steep hills and see if this thing is durable or not. So stay tuned for that. But first impression, this is a great cart to have. All right, and now for the last test in this video. It is the durability test. I think one of the most important aspects of a disc golf push cart, or just a bag, or anything in disc golf in general, should be how durable it is and how long it lasts. And for this durability test, we are going to release the parking brake on the push cart and have this push cart go down the hill and kind of crash into that pile of rocks down there. And this will simulate kind of if you are pushing your push cart and you just forget to put on the parking brake and you're on a steep slope. See what will happen. Will the push cart break? Will your disc fly everywhere? Will there be no damage? I guess we'll find out. All right, here we are with the cart. I can kind of imagine myself placing the cart here and turning around to go putt, but just forgetting to put on the parking brake. So this cart will roll down this driveway and hopefully smash in that rock, into that pile of rocks. Might smash in that trailer, we'll see. But overall, we'll see how it performs in this durability test. Do not try this at home. And it's catching speed. Honestly, that performed a lot better than I was expecting. This hill is very steep, by the way, and I would say it's probably as steep as any hills on a typical disc golf course. I mean, it maintained balance extremely well, and looks like there's no real significant damage. I might have to push it down again. Let's just take a look. So overall, after I tipped the cart right side up, let's take a look. Doesn't look like there's much damage. The handle is a little bit dirty, but no damage seems to be done. This thing maintained solid balance, probably going a little over 10, 11 miles per hour, maybe a little bit more even. So kind of impressed by that. Regarding any other damage, doesn't look like there's anything else. Tires look pretty good. Bag is in pretty good shape. The bag didn't fly off, which was actually expected. Let's do it one more time. I'll push it down a little bit faster to see if it reacts any differently. All right, durability test, trial 2. I went up a little bit higher this time, maybe about 20, 30 feet, and I'm gonna push this a little bit harder, see how it reacts. Can this puppy hold up on this steep hill? This is like a 140-foot hill, by the way, so if this can hold up on this, I'd be very impressed. But all right, trial 2 test run, let's do it. Oh, I pushed that kind of hard. That is flying. Smashed into that freaking trailer. Let's see the damage. So, made it over here. The front compartment did open up, which is pretty understandable because I just hit this trailer. Besides that, if I go around to the other side, looks like everything's pretty good, except for that tire is wedged underneath that. So let's unwedge that and see if it got cut up. Looks like everything else is pretty good, so honestly, so let's just check that out. After unwedging the cart from underneath this trailer, this is the part of the tire that was wedged. I pushed this cart significantly harder than trial 1 and from higher up, and it looked like it took it pretty well. No damage to the tire, which is honestly surprising because this part of the trailer, although not too sharp, I would imagine it piercing through these tires if it was made out of cheap material. But overall, the cart looks pretty solid. I mean, there's no other real damage. I'm honestly really surprised that the only thing that happened was that this opened up. I mean, this compartment is closed by these tiny little magnets, which is pretty nice. So it's kind of expected that that would open up. I thought some discs out of my bag would fly out, or that maybe this cart would break, but honestly, it's a lot more impressive than I was expecting. And yeah, that kind of concludes the durability test. Let's just get straight to my final thoughts. All right, guys, that kind of does it for the video. This was my review of the Bag Boy Quad XL push cart. Overall, I would have to say that this cart is pretty simple and fulfills all the needs of a disc golfer looking for a push cart. Honestly, the simplicity is what makes it that much better. I talked a lot about all the pros. I would say the only con that I really found with this cart is that when you collapse it, there's no latching device to ensure that it's secured down. So if you ever store it in a kind of a weird place, the top of the body might want to unlatch a little bit if you store it vertically. However, besides that, everything else is pretty legit. Maybe you can tell through the video this looks a little dirty. It's because I've already used it a bunch of times because it saves me so much more energy. But yeah, that kind of does it for the video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you've watched this far, if you guys are interested in checking out a Bag Boy Quad XL push cart, I will have an affiliate link linked below. If you want to snag one, you can get them in any different colorway you'd like. You can get them in this colorway. It would support me as a disc golf content creator, as a disc golf store owner. It would allow me to continue to create content like this, which hopefully all of you guys enjoy. But all in all, thank you guys again for watching. All the support's been killer on YouTube. Couldn't do what I do without the support of you guys. So once again, thank you guys for that. If you're interested in ever checking out any disc golf stuff, you can check out our stuff at www.disassembly.com. We have a bunch of stuff. We have pre-owned used discs, with side profile photos of each and every single disc. I have collectibles. I have new discs. I have apparel. I have a bunch of stuff. So if you want to support me, you can check it out at www.disassembly.com. It would really support me continue to do this. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.